FMKAZI. Good morning, y'all. 7:30 on a wonderful Wednesday morning. It is warmer, and I'm here for it. I'm so tired of that cold weather, man. I started to think we was in Minnesota up in here, man.
And the sun's coming up earlier.
Oh, yeah.
So that seasonal affective disorder is gone. we feeling good these days.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No question about it. Dap Dub's in the building.
Yep.
What's good, sir? How you doing?
Yo, I'm doing good. Jabari,
Yes,
I
sir.
just realized we all need somebody in our circle that we could talk to.
All right.
You ain't supposed to know it all, but if you got somebody you could talk to, maybe you got something in common. Like, you got a daughter, I got a daughter.
Yes, sir.
And I just realized today, you that dude I talk to, man. I be coming up in here bouncing some stuff off to you about raising these kids.
Oh, man.
So if these kids turn out to be great,
Right.
you're going to get a shout out.
Okay, and if they don't?
You gonna get a shout out. Like, hey man, Jabari, you ain't about nothing.
Man.
All that bad advice you gave me. Was you giving me the bad stuff, kept the good stuff for your daughter?
Brother, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Let me send Dapper D down this path just to see which way him and his kid go. But I'm am I your test subject?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. No question about it.
Working out your hypothesis.
Exactly.
On your boy.
Exactly. You my lab rat.
I know. A little bit of this, a little sprinkle of that,
Yeah,
and then release
man.
it to the wild.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Be
gosh.
what it be.
Yeah, it does. Well, you know what? Again, man, I got an older son who's living in Atlanta, working, going to school, and I have a daughter is about to turn 10.
God.
Yeah, I know. Again, I raised my son as a single parent, like from age 1 to age 18 when he moved out. So
kudos,
bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I say that not necessarily get props. I say that because there's a lot there's a lot of single parents out there, male and female. I didn't realize so many men were raising their kids by themselves. I felt like the only dude on the planet.
And it's important. It ain't bragging if you did it.
Right.
And some people need to hear that. You are empowering, like you said, them brothers that we didn't know that there's some brothers out there.
Yes, sir.
Raising that kid by themselves.
Yes, sir.
They want to hear that you did it.
Yeah.
Because like you got this 10-year-old, they got a 10-year-old right now, and they wish that kid could get to 22 and head to ATL and get up out their hair.
I'm telling you, as soon as mine's in college, I'm gonna go retire on South Padre Island. I'm telling you now, that was my goal. That's my goal. I'm retiring on South Padre.
You taking a cell phone with you?
Yeah.
But then you ain't retired.
Okay, well then.
Because that electronic leash gonna get you.
This is true, and believe me, she will find me. She finds me now, man. I was in the middle of class yesterday, and she was texting me and calling me and leaving me messages. Why ain't you picked up the phone?
Yeah,
I'm working. I'm working so I can come see you.
Yeah, no.
Gotta work.
The car needs gas.
Yes, it does.
And
all
gas
day.
costs money.
Yes, it does. All day,
Shoot,
every day.
I did that 93 octane yesterday. That was $3.45.
Oh man, that hurts. This ain't summer yet. Why is the gas so high? Summer's supposed to get high. I mean, gas is supposed to get high during summertime. It ain't supposed to get high like pre-spring.
Maybe that's why old boy cozying up to Russia, because they got that major pipeline over there. They are providing, so maybe that's another reason why he trying to cozy out with them to help us with what we getting over here. Maybe.
You know what, man? Hey,
Maybe.
You know what? I'm still waiting on the price of eggs to drop. Okay, so I don't know about the gas. I'm waiting on that because I'm tired of paying $18 for 6 eggs. Nah, man, come on now.
If you leave it up to him, he will befriend or take over the country that can help us with the eggs.
This is
right
true.
now. I think he's working on the gas, so he can remind us. Hey, you see. Even though Ukraine and their dictator invaded Russia, I had to side with Russia because now y'all got $1 gas. And then I guess we'll all be like, yeah, you're right, dog. You're right. Hey, how about that? So the French president had the prime minister had to correct him and be like, come on, dog. You can't say that. Stop saying that Ukraine has a dictator and that it's their fault that they got invaded or come on, man. You can't say it.
He straight up got corrected right in the middle of a press
in his
conference.
own office.
That was nuts. Yeah, in his own office. He put his hand on him and like, wait a minute.
Stop capping, son.
Yeah.
I mean,
boy.
Jean-Favre, stop capping.
Man, I was like, yo, I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen that like in a press conference. Period. Like any president. I was like, wow, dude got corrected right.
He had his French accent till he had to get serious. And then he was like, hold on, let me be clear.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
With your orange self.
Yes, he did. Oh man,
you capping?
It was crazy. It was crazy. I'd never seen that before.
Yo.
So a little later on this morning, we're going to talk to some folks about vaccinations. What's going on with measles? This measles outbreak, man. And as a matter of fact, it's been reported that one of the people that has it has visited San Marcos, visited New Braunfels, possibly. They're just basically kind of the Central Texas and part of the South Texas area. So that's going to be a little bit crazy. So
that's when they tracking your movements.
Yeah, they are. They ain't they though? That's one of them things out of Fast and Furious when they use like God's eye.
Yeah.
And God's eye is like anything that with a camera on it, and they start looking for you like that.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It's like, okay,
where you been?
Yeah, where you been? Where you going? Where you at? What you got? Ooh, son. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. So we got a couple guests coming in on a little later on this morning. So be sure to hang out with us here on 88.7 FM KAZI. Don't forget to check out KAZIFM.org. We are online. All kind of cool information, podcasts, stuff you can use for your life. So hit us up and get that TuneIn app for all of your mobile devices, your phone, your smart TV, Alexa, Siri, whatever else is that you can command to walk around and play some music on. All right, let's get to the mix, y'all. It's 88.7 KAZI. It's hump day. Get ready to hit the road. Well, good morning, y'all. This is 88.7 KAZI. This is a little something we call the morning grind. Your boy Jabari Warfield and Dap Dub in the building. I want to shout out real quick out to Darrenisha Heron and Bob Buckaloo, and also shout out to my girl Quita Culpepper. K-View. Thank y'all very much for doing a little something on KAZI 88.7 FM. We definitely appreciate it. They did interview me, but it's not about me. It's about the station. It's about the station and what the station can do and continues to do in an ever-changing world and an ever-changing Austin. But I'm definitely grateful for them coming by. So real quick shout out to KView. Drop by and say hello to them. KView.com. Anyway, what's going on, man? How you been? How you doing?
Bro, man, could you imagine if you was that delivery driver and then you listening and Jabari said you done spilt your stuff? You can't get to the next stop sign fast enough just to go back there and give it one quick look. 180, yeah. Make sure that won't me, because I just drove through that. Wait, where did he say he dropped that at? Because I had just... Oh, yeah. That's a bad feeling, bro.
It is a very bad feeling, man.
How many times you had something in the back?
Ooh,
and you was like, man, don't let it fall out. Because, sometimes we be trying to move stuff and we don't have the proper materials, the proper vehicles.
To move stuff around. Yeah, exactly.
You got your cousin in the back holding it down. Literally. Hold me down, cuzzo.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Don't let that go.
Literally hold me down.
I just got that flat screen TV for free.
Right. Yeah.
But I don't want to lose it. So, hold it, man, because I can't lay it down. So it got to stay up.
Yes, sir.
Remember when the first plasmas came out? You couldn't lay them things down for nothing.
No, you couldn't, man. And you had to be careful because them suckers is like $1,000. They were $1,000 back then, man.
But for everybody to deliver it, like when you buy it from Best Buy, or whoever you getting it from, they was like, hey, we'll deliver it for $200. $200? I just got it for $650.
Right.
Nah. My cousin got a truck. I'll come back and get it.
Yeah, let me get my cousin a truck now, man. That'll be all right.
We all know my cousin. Now I'm from the East Coast, so I know I'm in Texas, and y'all got a lot of cousins with trucks. But back east, where I'm from,
y'all don't have a Y'all don't have. How you move stuff around on the East Coast, man?
I mean, cousin, hatchback, and some stuff. Take it to the roof.
Really?
You throw that rope through the car. You roll down the windows. You throw it through the car. Shut the doors. Sometimes you got to get into the car like Dukes of Hazzard because you done wired everything shut.
Really, like with bungee cords and all that,
bruh. The very next question is, hey, who got rope?
Really?
Yo,
son.
That's what we do. That's how. But it got to get to where it got to get to.
That's true.
Especially, man, when there's a hookup. Or let me just say, when there's a fire sale, you got to get there, you got to get it, and you got to get gone.
You got to get in it, man. I don't know if I want to hear this.
I'm just saying. Sometimes relationships end, stuff get put out on the curb. Sometimes people get evicted, stuff get put out on the curb.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes stuff just end up on the curb. Because they told you to pull up to a certain address,
right?
And they bring it out to the curb.
Oh man, that gives a whole new meaning to kick it to the curb.
You got to get it and go.
Wow,
man, hurry up, come through, get it, go.
Son, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's absolutely crazy.
Statute of limitations. I guess
so, man. That's limitations for your soul right there.
Yeah.
Like, dang.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay, cool.
If I'm getting a free trial, then they shouldn't need my credit card info, right?
No, I don't think so.
So why they asking for it, Jabari?
It's a business thing, bro. It's a business thing, because what happens is they know when they get your information, it's like a next step kind of thing. Instead of saying, well, if you like this, let's go ahead and get your credit card and all that.
So they
already got you, dude.
Yeah.
They already got you. So all they got to do is it's not even a next step thing. What it is it's a convenience thing. It's kind of like with text messaging. We don't have to call people anymore. All we have to do is shoot them a text, right?
Yep.
It's a convenience thing. It's a convenience thing of saying, okay, now you don't have to go back into your wallet or your purse to get your credit card. We've already got your info. So let's go ahead and proceed.
Got him.
As we proceed to give you what you need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like that.
How much it costs? $9, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. 9.5. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay, so Jabari,
okay.
It feel like to me they don't trust me though. I said I like it. I'm gonna get you. I like it. I'm gonna get you, but it's like not right now though.
It's a business thing, bro.
Not right now. I'm gonna get you, just not now.
Yeah, not now.
But later.
You gonna get got
on payday. 2 paydays from now, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna get you.
Right.
But right now, I just want the free trial.
Because you'll be happy on payday.
Man,
you never know how happy we get on payday. Woo, I got this money. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. It's a payday thing, my brother. Because they got you. You are in motion. You are in motion. You are rolling.
Some of us don't want to be tied down though.
No, yeah, not like that anyway, right?
Okay.
All right.
I travel the world a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And I want to share something with our listeners out there.
All right, cool.
I lived in Germany for 3 years as an adult. Mm-hmm. Germany has 1,500 different types of sausages.
1,500?
1,500 different types of sausages.
Okay,
so that means for the next 4 years, if you get your little German honey named Hilda, she can give you a new sausage, and I ain't gotta say pause, every day for the next 4 years. So you got holler at Hilda because you're curious now, ain't it?
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I'll throw you some eggs and some sausage, and I guarantee you, Jabari, you won't ever have to have the same sausage for the next 4 years. That's a degree right there.
Yeah, I'll throw some on the grill. You talking about throwing it on the grill too? Son. Yes, sir.
Could you imagine telling your homies, hey, for the next 4 seasons, we gonna have a little cookout at for Sunday football or something, and I guarantee y'all I'm gonna have a different sausage every day.
That would be cool.
It's a flex.
You would be the king of the cookouts, though, for real.
No doubt.
Because you could, you talk about that's if you put out at least 5 different types.
Yes.
Right? That would be great.
Oh, you already winning with 5.
Oh, yeah, no question. You throw 5 different ones on the grill and chop them up and serve them, man. They be people. You know what? It could be a problem because then people will be over your house knocking on your door like, excuse me, hey, bruh, you grilling this weekend?
Yes.
Hitting you up. Talk about texting.
Yes.
You'd be like, were you grilling this weekend? Or you fixing breakfast? What you doing? It's 8:30 in the morning. And they said they hit you up trying to get it. Nah, man.
They get down with the get down. I loved my time there, and I just want to pass that along. Some people may not know that.
That's pretty dope, though, man. Yeah. How long were you there?
I lived there for 3 years, and it was great, dog. I didn't want to leave.
Really?
I would still be living there. I know a lot of people may have some misperceptions, some misconceptions. Right. Hey, what happened in World War II was then. Mm-hmm. Hey, before you start pointing fingers, what was our country like in 1945, people?
Yeah, especially if you was a little dark. If you was a little dark, it was kind of rough.
But when I lived over there, especially the young cats and the old heads, but the young cats was very embarrassed about what had happened back then. Mm-hmm. And you could see it in their manner of talk, in the conversations we had. Right. And they was like, man, yeah, it wasn't a good look. But for the record, I want you to know, my grandma back then said he tricked us. See, they was coming out, so they got beat down in World War I. Right. History lesson. And then they needed to recover as a nation. And they did recover, just like Japan recovered. Right. And look who they are as a country.
Right.
This is what he said. I'm here for the come up for all people. And I want everybody to have a car and everyone to have a house.
Right.
40 acres and a mule. He said that.
Right.
And then he did that. And you know what that vehicle was? It's called Volkswagen. Car for the people. That's what that literally translates to.
Interesting.
So he did it. Now, these people didn't know, the average person did not know about the atrocities.
Right.
All they knew was he's telling, it's called propaganda for a reason, people.
Right.
And so he said, we're going to host the Olympics. That's when Jesse Owens came over and kicked some of that bootay.
Whooped everybody.
But he was like, yeah, we're going to put on for the world. We want them to know we back and we are strong people.
Yes, sir.
And not to take us, that's what he did.
Right.
And so a lot of people didn't know.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Well, and you mentioned Volkswagen. That was like one of the first cars. That was like the first car I ever had.
You had one?
I had one. But
you had the buggy?
I had that bug. Yeah, I had the bug, man.
Yo!
I had the bug, and this is funny. I had a bug like with the, how Charlie Brown has that black stripe across his yellow shirt? I had a yellow car, same Charlie Brown color with that black stripe across in the bottom, and it was crazy.
Yo, do you remember what year you had?
Oh my goodness. I want to say 81, 82. Okay. Yeah, man. I had one of them. My parents had one too, right? And my folks had, my grandparents had Cadillacs, right? And I used to be like, oh yeah, man, and Cadillac seemed to be synonymous with black folks. And then I found out that it did. And then I found out that Cadillac was one of the first dealerships to actually sell to black people, because a lot of dealerships wasn't messing with us. But Cadillac did. And that's why you see so many black folks rolling in caddies.
You know what? You just gave me, I gave you something, you gave me something.
Yes, sir.
We gave the people a lot.
Exactly. The more you know. Ding.
Right. I'm telling you, that's, okay, help me out with this one here.
All right.
What are the top clothing brands? I'm going to need to get you, we gonna shrink it down to top 10. Okay. What are the top 10 clothing brands that take you back to an era?
Wow. Okay.
512-836-2887. I know y'all got something for us, because when you think of it, it takes you to an era.
Yeah.
I want to bring one to you because, I grew up a different place where you grew up. Mm-hmm. Yo, how big was Karl Kani here in Texas?
It was big enough.
Okay.
Yeah, it was big enough. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Definitely.
Because there's that I think it was, which one was Justin Timberlake in? What was that group? Was that NSYNC?
Timberlake?
Yeah,
it was NSYNC.
Okay. NSYNC, their holiday song, Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. One of them boys got on a Karl Kani sweater.
That's interesting.
And that's when it jumps the shark. Go back,
yes,
people. Get the little Google fingers going.
Yeah.
And then that's when it jumped the shark. But Karl Kani. So give me one. Give me one from the young Jabari Warfield era.
Jabari Warfield
that you just had.
Okay, how young you want this Jabari Warfield?
give me middle school fashion.
Middle school? Oh my gosh. I want to say middle school. I would probably say like Jordache.
Jordache. What, the original tapered jeans or skinny jeans? Because them like things you won't get in baggy.
No, this is true. This is true.
Yeah,
very much so. All right, let's take a quick call. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Doing fine. Great show as always. I would say you can't ever go wrong with Jordache or Polo.
Polo.
I'll leave it at that. And then you fast forward and you got Ralph and one and others, but that's when you had deep pockets. Y'all have a great day and a great week.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. See, I wasn't wrong. Bruh came with it, right?
He went there.
Yes, he did.
The first thing he said with him, Jordache.
Yep, Jordache, Sergio Valente, 501 jeans, polos, definitely the polos. The pullovers with the horse on it. Yeah, man.
Okay, listen. Mi gente, yes, all of us out there, I want y'all all to I don't care where you from, where you grew up. If you talking Wrangler jeans, we don't care. We just want to know. You listening to us, you are our people. We want to hear from you.
Yes, sir.
But, hey, that brother dropped it. Okay, how about this one then? How about this one? I want to know if this one, do you remember a certain pair of shoes where I was from? They was called Lottos.
Ooh.
Okay, that's East Coast. Okay, that's East Coast. All right. What about you? Give me a tennis shoe that you had to have.
Goodness.
And I'm gonna open this one up to middle school or high school that you just had to have.
Fila.
Yo.
Ooh man, yes sir. The Fila mids. Yeah, man.
Okay, now, I'm putting on my family therapist hat here. Did the doc or did Mama Warfield, did they try to help you out with some of the fashion, or they was like, nah, you gonna get whatever we get?
Nah, let me tell you this, man. Doc was a very, very proficient person. But as far as dress, he was very plain. He would do khakis, or he would do suits and a button down shirt. Okay. He wouldn't he'd come clean, but he wasn't like, okay, I gotta have this, I gotta have that. As long as it fit on him, he didn't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's take another call real quick, because we've got an interview right around 8:30, but we're gonna take another call real quick. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
We doing good.
Great.
I would just like to throw out there Jabos and Zeke Havarici.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Zeke Havarici and Jabot. That works. Yeah.
She
yes,
just
did.
dropped. Hey, what color Jabos did you have, though?
Oh, I think I had every color.
Nice.
Hey, that's in them Juvenile lyrics. Remember that? You got them Jabot jeans, huh? She had them.
That's right. Had to do it.
Nice. Appreciate you, sister. Thank you for calling
in.
Thank you.
All right, take care.
You got a lot of Jabot jeans, huh?
Yeah.
Some of your partners do.
Exactly.
She know about that Juvenile. He threw that in the lyrics.
Yeah, he did.
And then see, I had to ask her the color, but she said she had them all. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Jabari, and y'all keep calling in. I know we gonna take a couple interviews. Okay, how about this though, Jabari? Because there comes a certain point where name an outfit someone wore growing up, and you knew they were rich.
Ooh.
Because she said she had all the colors. She was rich, huh?
Yeah, she was rich, huh? She had all the colors, huh? Yes, she had it all, huh?
Go and call back in, rich girl, huh?
Oh, yeah, exactly. Give us a call, huh?
Okay,
man.
So take me through a couple other things, Jabbar.
Okay.
When you became a man of age, talk me through how you wanted to dress then.
Oh my goodness. I think really, I really wanted to stay up on fashion, man, because for me, again, fashion was, it was a bit of a challenge, I got to admit, So what I did is I tried to stay up on fashion, try to stay up on colors and all of that. So it was a bit of a challenge, but for the most part, man, what I did is I kind of watched what everybody else was doing. You know what I'm saying, in terms of fashion. So I'd be like, okay, well, you need to wear this, wear that, so you had this look. So yeah, man, at some point it was everybody. I was checking them for everybody else. For me, like, I was kind of an odd duck when it came to that kind of stuff. When I started DJing, it didn't matter what I was wearing as long as I was rocking the crowd. So I, throw on jeans and whatever.
Now, I lived a lot of places. You went Minnesota.
Yeah.
You had your people in the Midwest. You came down here.
Yes, sir.
What did you notice that even though you moved from place to place, stuff still crossed across the time zone, right? With you.
It did.
The style. So can I ask you, what was your love affair with shell toe Adidas and fat laces? Hit them, Jabbar. Tell me what that did for you.
That was a Run DMC thing, man. If you had them shell toes, that was a Run DMC.
It didn't matter
thing,
where you lived.
Yeah, you need wherever you lived, it was still all good because you were styling, and with that, I think that's one of the things, like the influence of rap and hip hop. For all the culture and all the time, is it's had such a great influence on what we wear, what we say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, shell toe Adidas. I never had a pair of shell toe Adidas, but I did have a sweatsuit.
You had the sweatsuit.
I had the sweatsuit, yeah, man, and the shirt, that shirt with the the fat white letters and all of that.
Yes, sir. You had to have that.
Yeah.
If you had that, you was legit.
My Adidas. Yes, sir.
Okay, Young Buck. I know you're gonna say some labels that we don't understand.
Yes.
That maybe we saw on an episode of something on WB. But when we watched an episode of Smallville or something,
right.
But Young Buck, give me a label from your era that you just had to have. A clothing label.
Clothing label.
I think I'm going to go with Polo, so Ralph Lauren.
Oh,
yeah.
I say FUBU. We never had it like where it was like everybody was trying to get it until everybody had it.
Yeah.
Okay, so does it count if it's only me?
Yeah.
So like nobody else around me was wearing the clothes I was wearing.
Oh, I like that.
So like elementary, around the turn, I think it was the turn of the century, elementary to middle school for me.
Yeah.
I started watching a lot more of the hip hop TV.
Right.
And so like it was MTV, BT, obviously, but a lot of the East Coast guys' style was influencing what I wanted to
Yes. Yeah.
and so
much.
East Bay showed up.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could buy or I could see Air Force Ones. And
Yes,
so
you
the first
could.
time I ever knew what an Air Force One was, I saw Ja Rule in the Holla Holla video, and he's running down the street with that. I think it was Gloria Vallette. Somebody's on the car. Either way, he's running. And I like those shoes, and I was like, "Yo, those are dope." The Memphis Bleak had a song called "Memphis Bleak Is What Memphis Bleak Is Money," and he's running around, and also Hype Williams era, and all of the clothes that they had on, I would try to find. And East Bay was the quickest way I could find that stuff. And so I had a cousin in Rhode Island who came down to visit Jonathan. And he had on Air Force Ones. He had the highs. And I was like, hey, I know how you're supposed to wear those. He's like, how? You're supposed to have a strap hanging behind. He's like, how you know that? And I was like, yeah. And so that was the closest I came. Then, was it Wu-Tang Clan was rocking Chucks and Wallabies, all of that.
Yep.
Timberlands show up. All of these things were things that I wanted to wear.
How,
So
hey, you could have, man, bro. You could have came back to New York.
Oh,
with me,
I know,
man.
I know.
You could have stomped the streets. You could have gone to a couple barrels
And
together.
some butters.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I was trying.
Yo,
dude.
it's funny you say that
Yeah.
though, because I was gonna tell you, and I wanted to be clear on this. But Air Force Ones, depending on where you lived, was called different things.
So what did you guys?
So in
call
New
them?
York,
Yeah.
my cousins called them uptowns.
Okay.
They were called because you had to go to the northern part to get them. You had to go to uptown to get them.
Okay.
They used to be called Harlems.
Okay.
Depends on where you're from. Some people used to call them Airs. Some used to just call them Ones. G-Fazos.
G-Fazos.
Yeah.
Never heard that.
That's one.
No, man, me neither.
So yeah, everybody had a different name for them.
Yeah.
But we know they're Air Force Ones.
I just knew that when I found those dudes, I'm not even capping. I found that and I was like, yo, I want to wear that. And it was like, I'll never forget getting laughed at because the boots happened around the same time. The dude was like, oh, you must like to wear shoes with heels on them. That's how the dudes down south
wow.
were. And they made it almost on some funny stuff. And I was like, no, man, those are fly though. Like, those are cool.
Yep.
And I couldn't explain to them why I liked the stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably because the media I was engaging in was what had that on. But everybody was wearing that. And so, like, the jerseys, all that stuff were things that I was into. I think the quickest thing I ever got, I may have been the first person. We're going to quote that. I was the first person in my school to rock a FUBU jersey.
Wow.
Dude, okay.
LL Cool J, straight up. Maybe
Nice.
one-
Listeners,
Yeah.
is there anybody out there that
Anybody
had
with
to have cross colors?
What is that?
Yeah.
I mean, Young Buck don't know about
Nah, I
cross
don't know
colors.
about it.
Okay, Young Buck, first of all, that means you haven't been looking at as many episodes of In Living Colors you should.
Kyle Barker, maybe? Or Overton?
In Living Color.
Oh,
the
Yeah.
Dang it, that's
comedy
the
show.
single. I heard Living.
Yep,
I went
okay.
Living and went
Hey,
straight to
you
single.
you better get 2 episodes before I see you next week. That's what I'm saying.
I grew up
You better
watching
watch
that.
1 or 2
I
of them.
grew up watching
But
it.
now
Oh,
they
man.
also came out in them at the end because am I right, Jabbar?
Yeah.
We wanted to see what clothes they were wearing in their true selves, not when
Right.
they were in character at the end of the show. And they would all come out and be in their gear. I bet you'll see Jim Carrey
Yeah.
on stage with a cross colored joint on.
sure, yeah.
Because hey, he was
Wait.
repping.
he was at the cookout.
I would say, do you think as he was at the cookout,
Oh,
they made him, they dressed
He
him?
did a great job. Well, he's loyal.
Right.
Because the Wayans gave him his first chance. No one
Absolutely
else wanted
did.
to give him. And then all these years, he never come out of pocket. He fit in. He didn't fit out. He fit in.
He's been the most unproblematic. What's the term I'm supposed to use for non-melanated?
Melanated, yeah.
Mayo nights.
Yeah.
Mayo nights. That's what
Yeah, he's an ally.
he has not
He's
been
definitely,
problematic at all.
Yeah, definitely that. Yeah, if it wasn't for Living Color, we probably wouldn't even know who Jim Carrey
He
was.
said
Yep.
that because he was still James, right? He was
Yeah.
James Carey.
James
Yeah.
Carey.
I was trying to
exactly.
give him no love out of Canada.
I was just wondering. I was like, do you think he was wearing his own clothes, or were they like giving him like?
No.
Will
Oh, I
bet they
Marlon
was.
putting him in his
Yeah,
own
I think
clothes?
they was giving him. I think they was
Hey,
giving him
put
stuff.
this on, Jim.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
The
yeah.
stylist
Put
was
these
like,
British
"You
Knights on."
Canada boy, you can't do that."
Exactly.
Is
yeah.
that what that counts as what you're talking about? Like jeans with the like designs on them and stuff?
That hoodie.
Because I've seen stuff like that before. That's
Yeah.
cross color.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've seen
But
that before.
that emblem on that hoodie is it.
right here.
That's all of it. Yes, sir.
You wanted to say cross.
And you had to have different colors.
Right.
Like you could have a jean set that was yellow.
Uh-huh.
You could have a jean set that's all red. the top and the bottom.
Exactly.
Like it was a
You're
thing,
rocking
bro.
green and red.
And if you ever get a chance, find the group Color Me Bad.
Okay.
Oh,
know,
yeah, definitely. Yeah. All day long.
Cross Colors was like their wardrobe. I think they had pajamas in Cross Colors. Them boys was always dripping in it.
That's
Exactly.
fire.
Yeah, that's our era.
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. And some of the labels are actually trying to rebrand and come back, right? Like even Jordan is rebranding now because there are a lot of people in this generation that have heard of Jordan or they've seen him play, on YouTube, but they haven't seen him actually do his thing.
Right.
But Jordan's rebranding a whole. He's coming after everybody.
Well, the colors are different. Like what people wear for colors and all of that.
Right.
Like you look at what Travis Scott has done with I think it's the one silhouette, and like he just like reverses the Nike swoosh and all of that. I don't know, man. I think Kanye West. I'm only giving him credit for this part. What he did with fashion, as far as like the pastels and all of that, and there's probably a few other people get credit for that.
Right.
That's what's going on right now because the hard colors aren't. The hard colors still pop on some things, but then some things they like that soft, subtle mint green and brown and gray and all of that stuff.
Right,
So,
right. More the straight
Bally's
pastels.
is still around.
What are bellies?
Okay,
Those are shoes.
Yeah. Hey, yo, Doug, what? Put your Bally's on. Yo, Rick, what's about? But I need a shoe horn. Come on, y'all.
Yeah.
Young Buck, that's the one right there.
And
The
Bally's,
show, Dougie Fresh, Get Fresh Crew, the show.
Oh yeah.
Bally's are the slang name, or is that the
Yeah,
whole name?
yeah. So you was it Bally Cianaga? There is Italian. It was Italian.
Right.
Not beyond
Bally-
Not
Balenciaga.
Balenciaga. Yeah, not Balenciaga.
Balenciaga? Is that it? Balenciaga? Not. Yeah.
don't know.
But Bally's.
Yeah, but Bally. Yeah.
And then we had Troop. That
Yeah,
might
Troop
be
was a
East
big
Coast.
deal.
Troop was okay.
Troop
So that
was a big
came.
deal.
You got that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was that
Troop a big
Midwest
deal.
or
No, that
here
was
in Texas?
We would do
Oh.
Troop here. We would do
Okay,
a Troop
Texas?
here.
Yeah, you gonna let me know what we was
Yeah,
doing.
get it
You gonna
up.
let me know what we was doing in
Get
the
in
streets
there,
here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, just a little
did
bit.
not know that.
Just a little bit. Yeah, we had a. Oh my God. We had a place. A lot of my old school folks are gonna know this, called Chess King in Highland Mall when Highland Mall was actually a mall. And Chess King was that hit. Like you go to Chess King, man, and just find everything. Chess King and Oak Tree.
Back in Virginia, we had Up Against the Wall. We had some spots. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. How about this? British Knights. Did that make it to Texas?
Yeah, that did make the
Okay,
they
okay,
did, right.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, they were
We had
still
BKs,
around.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Exactly.
Okay.
I got to do a cool thing where we got to go back and start wearing throwback stuff like early on. I mean, it happens every few years.
Okay.
Right. Exactly. All right, folks, let's take a little break and come back. We're going to be talking with the folks over at the Austin Public Health, getting some information because we got some things to avoid, y'all, and that is the measles. We got to watch out for that because the measles is making a comeback for real. So we'll take a little break and come back. This is the Morning Grind. It's 88.7 FM 40. Your boy Jabari Warfield, Dab Dub, and Simply Courtney in the building. This is the Wednesday edition. Are you here, man? Let me see if you're here. One more time.
Are you here right now?
One more
I
time.
made it.
All right, good. I'm glad you did. We were looking for you, son. All right. So time to stop down and get some information on some things that are happening because unfortunately, don't call it a comeback. But
It's been here.
It's been here for years, but now it's all up in there. I know we laughing and joking, but yeah, this is pretty serious stuff.
Wild.
Yeah, man, I know. It's like measles is coming back, man. Come on.
Wait. So this is something that we did get rid of and it came back, or
Well, I don't know. I don't know the history of it. I know it wasn't as prominent as it is now.
can I ask a real personal question? This is for myself.
Okay, go for it.
When you went to college, didn't we have to get like a vaccination shot for
Yeah,
this type
MMR.
thing?
Yes.
Yeah, MMR. Yeah, I think it was.
Depending on your age, because it was declared eradicated
Right.
back at the turn of the century in 2000.
Sure.
That's how much of a control we had over it.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
these things can. But that's in America though. Worldwide is something different. And you got to remember that part.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, we're going to be talking with Dr. Desmar Walks about this situation. We've got some pretty serious questions because, unfortunately, the outbreak has affected, if I'm not mistaken, San Antonio, San Marcos. So somebody was in San Marcos.
It affected Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
The city of Buc-ee's.
The city of
Texas.
Buc-ee's. Yeah, man. The whole, an entire Buc-ee's. Yeah.
The
yeah.
biggest gas station ever. I'm going to stop. I'm
Man.
frustrated.
Oh, it's crazy.
already.
It's crazy. But let's welcome Dr. Desmar Walks to the program. Good morning. How are you?
Hey.
Good morning, everyone. How are y'all?
We're doing good.
Doing good.
Thanks for being on. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on with this measles outbreak, and it looks like, from what I understand, it's affecting the Austin, San Antonio, Central Texas area, San Marcos, I think.
Well, the outbreak started out in Panhandle and Gaines County, and then it spread to surrounding counties. We've now got 124 cases that have been reported to the Department of State Health Services with people that have been hospitalized, 16 people who have been hospitalized, and the report that you're referring to is that someone who was not aware that they were infected during the time when they were infectious and could spread disease traveled to San Antonio and through San Antonio and through San Marcos. There are no cases that have been reported yet in the counties that that person traveled through, but because measles is so infectious, because it can spread so rapidly, those health alerts were put out in those counties where that person was traveling through.
Wow, that's great. If you could do me a favor, just bring your microphone up there, the part of your microphone there. Yeah, just a little bit closer.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, we want to make sure we get that information out.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Are there certain communities or age groups that are more vulnerable to this outbreak than others?
People who are unvaccinated or under-vaccinated are more vulnerable. It can affect people who are elderly and people who are very young, like children under the age of 2, who are not fully vaccinated. 2 doses of vaccine gives good protection, 97% protection against the illness. There may be some 3% or so that may get a milder form of the infection and won't be able to pass it on to others as much because they are vaccinated with the 2 doses. So really trying to get the word out to people that if you've not been vaccinated fully and don't have those 2 doses of vaccine on board, go get that second shot.
Wow. Okay. So mostly young people are. Would you say young people, as opposed to someone who's older, are getting probably a little bit more affected?
In the current outbreak, it's more prevalent in people that are under the age of 20.
Oh. Hey, this is Dapper D. So how effective is the measles vaccine, and how long does the immunity last?
The immunity is long-lasting, and it is 97% effective after 2 doses of the vaccine. So it's really an effective vaccine, and we're really encouraging people who are not vaccinated fully with 2 doses of vaccine to go contact their healthcare provider and go to get a vaccination shot. And if the provider doesn't have vaccine, get an order from your provider to go get the vaccination shot at the pharmacy.
So can we talk a little bit of prevention? How can measles be prevented for those of us who our hair's on fire right now? We're hearing measles. It's a 5-alarm fire. We don't want to go anywhere and touch anything after coming out of COVID. How can it be prevented?
The best way to prevent measles from spreading in our community is for people to get vaccinated. The measles itself is spread by droplets, respiratory droplets from somebody who's coughed or sneezed and put those droplets out in the air. And those droplets then ending up in your airways, in your upper respiratory tract. And those droplets can remain in the air for up to 2 hours after the person has left the area.
Wow.
The infected person has left the area and survive on surfaces. So, those things we heard back in the day where wash your hands regularly, cover your
Yes.
coughs, sneezes.
Yes.
Stay home if you're sick. Don't touch your face
Yes.
if your hands aren't washed. And then, if we can still wear a mask if you are someone who is prone to getting sick, if you're immunocompromised, and you're out and about. Right now, it might not be a bad idea to wear a mask because there's a lot of respiratory illness going around, still a lot of flu going around.
Yeah.
Still good time to go get that flu shot too. So it's taking those general precautions and getting the vaccine. As you said earlier, we had eradicated measles through the vaccinations back in 2000, and we've had more and more cases year over year because people started, not staying up to date on the vaccine. But this is a wake-up call. Let's go ahead and get that shot.
I have a question for you. This is simply Courtney, by the way, one of the members of the Morning Grind. Good morning.
Hi.
Hey,
Hi,
so
good morning.
question I had was, all right, and you may have covered this a second ago. Somebody went to college fairly recently, like in the last 10 years. When I had to get vaccinated to go to school to live on campus, did that cover what's currently happening now? Or is there something that I need to get updated on when it comes to like vaccinations?
So the best thing to do is to have your provider look at your record and make sure that you've gotten both of your shots. And if they find that you haven't been fully vaccinated, then they can, as I said, give you that shot or give you an order to go to the pharmacy to get the shot.
Okay.
Wow. When we think of, for those who don't know, do a quick reset. We're talking to Dr. Walks, and we're talking about the measles outbreak. I know it's in the news. There are a lot of people that are very hesitant nowadays because of that. And so Dr. Walks is taking the time with us now. Can you share resources for our community related to this? Or if they have more questions, where can they go? Because we're not trying to let you off of this air right now. I know everyone wants to talk to you, but eventually we have to let you go. How can our community find out more? What resources for them and their questions?
So we have several providers, doctors, and pharmacists across the community that are happy to answer questions about your whether or not you need a shot. Your doctor can check and see if you've had your shots. And we have resources, of course, at Austin Public Health on our website. We'd be happy to serve those in our community who are uninsured or underinsured at our Big Shots Clinic or Shots for Tots clinics. You can call to make an appointment or go online. And then you can always go to reputable websites and resources online to get more information, to see about what we are talking about here today. The measles vaccine has been around a very long time, and we've had a reporting system across the country to monitor for its safety, and it is safe. It is not related to causing any thing that we have, heard in some of the rumors that have been circulating. We know that our grandparents got it. Our parents made us go get the shots when we were young, and we eradicated this back in 2000. So we can do it again. We can get that protection up. Right now, we have no cases of measles reported in Austin Travis County, and APH has been monitoring for this for all the time. We do, because measles is a reportable condition, but we have no cases reported here at this time, and we are on it. And we need everybody out there listening to be on it too and go get those shots, so that we can keep this from being a problem here in Austin Travis County.
Dr. Walks, we appreciate your time. I know a lot of people are breathing a little bit better. I know some of the things that you said, they did give me a little bit more of heightened awareness, knowing that these droplets could last in the air for 2 hours, you said. But this is where they all want to know. Where can I walks myself into, and my family, my neighbors, and get a vaccine?
You can go to a local pharmacy, get an order from your provider to get a shot. If you don't have insurance or you're underinsured, we have vaccine here at Austin Public Health, at our Big Shots clinic, and at our for adults, and our Shots for Tots clinics. And you can go online and make an appointment or give us a call. And thank you for giving me the time to talk about measles this morning.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I think this has probably been, freaking people out a little bit because it's been a while since I've heard the word measles. You know what I mean? So so it's got us up. Yeah. But the thing about it is, I think information that's given, correct information, helps to ease the tension and all of that good stuff. So Dr. Walks, we certainly appreciate you joining us this morning. Thank you so much. Any other information you want to give us before we let you go?
Make sure you get that vaccine shot. Thank you, guys.
Amen. Thank you. We'll stick around for a little bit, okay?
Peace.
All right. We're going to take a little break and come back. It's the Morning Grind. I need information about what's going on in terms of those who are going back to school, I believe. It's an adult. What's interesting is that a lot of us, some of us who have graduated, some of us have graduated from high school, some of us haven't. But you can return to school to get your high school diploma. It is definitely important. And not only is it important for you, it's important for the folks around you to see that. We've got Teresa Rappaport from the Goodwill Excel Center joining us this morning. Good morning, Teresa. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here, first of all.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, it's much warmer now, isn't it?
It is.
Exactly. Okay, so tell us about what the Goodwill Excel Center is doing in terms of free public education.
Sure. So thanks again for having me. And it's really pretty simple. So if you are familiar with high school, the concept of high school, that is exactly what we are. The twist for us is that we are serving adults ages 18 to 50. So these are folks who, for whatever reason, didn't finish high school according to the traditional timeline, and we give them the opportunity to come back, earn all of their high school credits, take their state assessments, earn an industry certification, and ultimately earn that high school diploma.
Nice. Now, you've had over 2,000 students already go through this program, right?
Well, we've had many more than that, but this past year we celebrated our 10th year anniversary and we graduated our 2,000th student.
Wow, nice.
So it's a huge milestone for us.
That is huge. That's fantastic. When folks, after they have had the high school diploma finished and done, have you heard stories about what they've gone on to accomplish? How that's helped them?
Yeah, so many stories. And often we'll hear stories of how just being enrolled in high school will change their lives. I first started working with the Goodwill Excel Center about 10 years ago. And within my first 3 months, I had one of my students who graduated. He came back 2 weeks later to show me his pay stub from the city of Austin, showing me that he got an immediate raise just for getting his high school diploma.
Whoa. Damn, that's what's up right there. Oh,
and we hear stories like that all the time. We'll have students who graduate who then go on to do 4-year college. We have students who go on to open their own businesses. We have students who graduate and then come back to work for us because they want to give back to others who were in the situation that they were in.
Nice. Now, I understand also that Excel not only has you've got campuses outside, you also have campuses in correctional facilities, giving people a chance to get their high school diploma while they're incarcerated.
Yes, that's right. So we have 2 campuses here in Austin. We call those our community schools. Those are open to anyone Anyone in the public, in the community, again, ages 18 to 50, who want to earn that high school diploma. But then we also have campuses that are located inside of 5 correctional facilities around the state.
Wow.
And that's available for people who are incarcerated at that facility. They can work on their high school diploma, again, also earning certifications so that they are better prepared when they're returning to our communities, to be our neighbors.
Exactly. That works. That's a beautiful thing.
What kind of support services do students receive? Childcare, transportation assistance, any kind of support?
Yes. So when we very first opened our school a little over 10 years ago, we realized that as adults were coming back to school, they were going to need some support to make sure that they could be successful.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that we are doing everything we can to remove any potential barrier. And so every single student who comes to us, they are assigned a student success coach who works with them to identify whatever barrier they may have. And maybe that is childcare. Maybe that's some dealing with some past trauma. And so maybe they need some support with mental health counseling. So we offer a wide variety of services. We've got mental health counseling. We have access to a food pantry on site, transportation assistance, and we also offer free on-site childcare for our students who are parents.
Yeah.
And it's not just childcare; it is really focused on high-quality education for the children of our students.
Oh, okay. I got another little. I'm bringing the hard stuff. I'm bringing them. You just get you with this one here. I got a job, Teresa, so I got to go make this money. I already know you don't have any kind of flexibility with the classes you're offering. You're not going to work with my schedule because I got a job and you're not going to work with we.
No,
Am I right?
Absolutely not. You're wrong.
Oh,
You're wrong. You're wrong.
so you got flexibility?
We have so much flexibility. So students can pick and choose their schedule. We have classes that start from 8:30 in the morning and they go until 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
And we will work with you individually to figure out what your individual plan needs to be to make sure that you can graduate on the timeline that works for you.
All right. I thought I had her here.
It's a good question.
Yeah, she got you.
All right.
Got you.
I got another one. All you going to do is give me a diploma. Out here in these streets, Teresa, like on these streets, Austin streets, I need some training. I need certifications, not just a diploma. You can't help me with that, can you?
I hear you, and I wonder if you know about all of the programs that Goodwill offers.
I don't.
Because it's so much more than the thrift store that you go to on the weekend to find your treasures. You know, it's...
Yeah, I like that, though.
Yeah, that's good.
I came from.
Yes, I like that, too. But all of that really goes to fund what we call our mission programs.
Yeah.
So, yes, that includes our Goodwill Excel Center High School, but it also includes programs like Workforce Advancement.
Hey.
So we're going to work with you. We'll set you up with a case manager to figure out what do you want to do in your life? What do you want to achieve? What job are you looking for?
Yes.
And so we'll work with you to make that plan. We'll get you whatever training you need to have. We have a career and technical academy on site. And, we're really just looking to see how can we support you in those goals. We'll even help you with job placement once you get your high school diploma and you get that certification. We will help you find a job.
Nice.
Oh, she got me. She got me there.
Yeah, she does.
They're helping people find the job. Like that's ultimately that's what they want.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, hey, when are we done? I bet throughout all the training, people are like, hey, when are we done? Because I'm ready to start working on that job
Right,
thing.
exactly.
We're not there yet. You got 3 more classes to do. What about college credits? Can any of this? Can I start working towards something that maybe could be used for college credits? How does that work, Teresa?
Yeah, absolutely. So we currently have a partnership with Austin Community College to offer dual credits on our campus, and we are always working to expand that. So right now we are offering just a handful of credits with English, but we have our Director of College and Careers who is working to find how we can increase the number of dual credit opportunities that our students have.
Oh.
Nice. This is kind of a multi-generational thing, so it doesn't necessarily, you don't have to be like 49 and a half to decide to go ahead and do that. Because I'm sure there's some folks probably in their teens or maybe in their early 20s that basically decided not to do, or had a situation where they couldn't. But at some point, this is open for anybody, and I think that's something. I think you worked with American Youth Works, right? And so, have you seen that kind of situation where you've gotten a younger generation that comes in addition to those who may be 49 and a half?
Oh, we certainly do. So we serve ages 18 to 50, and we have the full spread. So we'll have students who come to us right at 18, but then we also have our 50-year-old students,
right.
and they are in classes together. And then sometimes they're related. So sometimes on campus, we'll have up to 3 generations. We'll have the kiddo in our Exploration Center, so that's our high-quality early childhood center. And then we'll have that parent, and then we'll have the grandparent. And sometimes they're even graduating together.
That's
so
awesome.
at our graduations, you can really see that generational impact. And that's really what we're all about. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to change the trajectory of that entire family's life.
Nice.
Ja говорю по-русски. Если я не говорю по-английски, ты помнишь? So what I said in Russian
no
was,
idea what
I
you're saying.
speak Russian. But if I don't speak English, will you help me? So what about people that speak other languages who are hearing this, or we know someone that has another language, and are there opportunities for those who speak other languages?
Yes, absolutely. And what we've learned over the past 10 years that there is a demand for students who are not a native English speaker. And so what we've done is over the past 10 years is we've built out a really robust English as a second language program.
Okay.
So we call it our ESL Academy. And so we'll have students who enroll with us. They ultimately want to earn their high school diploma, but before they're going to be able to go into an English class or an algebra class, they need to have that English language proficiency.
Yes.
And so they go through our ESL Academy before they are going into our core classes.
Wow. So at some point they have to do ESL before they can get in. And I'm sure that at some point the communication is definitely going to be a lot easier if they do that.
Yes, 100%. And what we'll do is we'll offer a high level of support with that ESL class. And then there's a transition as they're continuing to get that English language support as they're going into their core content classes. Because we want to make sure that they have, again, every support that they could possibly need to be successful in that class.
Right. We're speaking with Teresa Rappaport this morning from the Goodwill Excel Center. Now, Teresa, this is actually a tuition-free opportunity.
Nice.
As if I understand. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it absolutely is. So we are a public high school. We receive most of our funding through the state of Texas, just like any other public high school. We also receive a significant portion of funding from donations that the community gives to Goodwill. And we so appreciate those donations.
It's a beautiful thing. Definitely a beautiful thing. Where can we get more information online?
So you can absolutely check out our website. It's excelcenterhighschool.org. And we are actually accepting applications now for term 4. The deadline to submit your application is March 7th. And we would love to have you contact us. Even if you're just curious about what it might be like to go back to high school as an adult, we have admissions and recruitment coaches available to talk to anyone who is interested. You can also call our main phone number. That's 512-531-5500.
Nice.
Are there any upcoming events or initiatives that people should know about, just, that you want to draw attention to?
Yeah, so we actually have one happening today
nice.
at one of our campuses.
Great.
It is
What's
in one.
Good timing.
Great question. young
Well,
man.
it's at 1 o'clock, and it is at one of our correctional facility campuses. So we call those our justice education campuses. But those students there, it's the Coleman Correctional Facility. It's a women's facility, and they have put together a program for Black History Month. They've done it every year for the past few years. It's a phenomenal program. Because it's at a correctional facility, not just anyone can show up, but we will record it, and we'll share that information out on our social, because it's a beautiful program that these ladies put their heart and soul into, and it's wonderful to see. We also always have graduations coming up.
Oh, yeah.
At the end of the school year. Again, that's a huge celebration. It is an opportunity for our students to be recognized for the hard work that they have put into earning their high school diploma.
Right. That's a big deal right there. Big deal. Okay. Are you guys on Instagram?
We are on Instagram and
right.
we're on Facebook.
Cool. Let's have your Instagram handles if you have it with you. I think here we go.
Yep.
Pull it on up.
While we're doing that, Teresa, one last question. You said there's an application. What does the application process look like? I mean, is this going to be a 20-page document? I got to sign it in blood, and I got to have 16 references.
Well, so we do have because we're a school, we do gather a lot of information, and we want to make sure that we're taking the time to understand any potential barriers that our students might have.
Yes.
But again, we have our admissions and recruitment coaches who are there to walk applicants through every step of the process.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And our Instagram handle is GW Excel Center ATX. So you can find us there.
Okay.
Awesome.
GW Excel Center ATX. Good. Now, is there any other information that we haven't touched on that you might want to give to us? Anything else that we might, especially, you had just mentioned that you got an event happening today. That's a cool thing. And your timing couldn't be better. You know what I mean?
No, it's good. It's good timing. And I would just say that, if you're listening to this and you're thinking, man, I wish I would have earned my high school diploma. Even if you already have your GED, you can still come back and earn your high school diploma. We are really all about providing educational opportunities for our community members. We strongly believe in the power of education. We know that it can transform lives. And so even if it's just in the back of your head, nagging at you, thinking, man, I wish I would have done that, just give us a call and learn about us. We'll take you on a tour of our campus and answer any questions that you might have.
So it's never too late. She's
Never too
saying
late.
there's a
Never
chance.
too late.
Always.
I don't have to have back to school clothes for this, right? I don't have to go back to school shopping.
No, we provide everything.
Wow.
We provide school supplies. We'll provide you a backpack if you need a backpack. We are with Goodwill, and so also if you do need some clothes, let's say as you come to school, you're also starting to go out and interview for jobs. We're going to help you out with that as well. Again, we are all about breaking down any barrier.
This is awesome. What do you have space for volunteers? Do people get the opportunity? Like, for instance, I told you I speak Russian. What if there was a Russian student that came there and you might need a translator? Just as an example, volunteers. How's that work for people that might want to get involved?
There's always an opportunity for volunteers. So we regularly have volunteers who are in our classrooms. They are tutoring students. They're providing language support in our ESL Academy. So if you are interested in volunteering, you can again call that main number, that 512-531-5500, and let us know what you're interested in doing, and then we can work something out. Yeah.
This is great.
That's good stuff. That really is good, and it's inspiring because a lot of us, I went ahead and thank God graduated from high school, but there are a lot of people that haven't. There are a lot of people that didn't want to, or something happened, and you never know in that type of situation. The opportunity to do it is big, and education is everything. It really, really is. My dad was real big on education. So the more education, the more ding. It's definitely something that has to happen. So this is really, really cool.
Teresa, I got to ask one last one because
Sure.
I'm a man of the people. And this is what the people want to know.
Tell them, man.
I want to get the people going.
Get them going.
So I'm going to ask this last question.
At the end of the interview, he wants to get the people going. Okay, go ahead.
Teresa, I'm slow. Like, I'm not book smart. I don't get it that way. These are some things people would say. And fine, if you want to attach that to me, go ahead. But I'm just saying, what if part of the reason I left school is, man, I just didn't seem to get it as fast as everybody else. What if we find out I have a learning disability or that I'm just not at everyone else's speed? What can you do to help me there?
Yeah, well, first of all, I would say that you're not slow. You just learn differently, and that's okay.
Yeah, okay.
We all learn differently.
Yes.
And so we provide what we call our special programs.
Yes.
And so that's additional support. So if you do feel like you are learning differently for whatever reason, maybe it's a learning disability, maybe it's dyslexia, maybe it's fear of math. That's a big one.
FOM, fear math.
Yeah. We will work with you. And our teachers are sensitive to that. They understand that. And we have additional support staff on campus who can provide extra tutoring. They can work with you to figure out what are some tools and tricks that can help you learn a little bit better. And I'll also just say that I've learned this as an adult. Sometimes there's a readiness aspect. You know, when I was in high school, I wasn't necessarily ready to learn advanced math. My brain just hadn't developed in that way yet.
Yeah.
But now as an adult, I am ready to do that. And so even if things were hard for you in middle school and high school, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're still going to be hard for you now as an adult because you've grown.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that.
That's true. Yeah, we grow and change, and things get a little bit better, and a little bit easier to deal with, and we deal with them in different ways.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Teresa Rappaport from the Goodwill Excel Center, thank you so much for this very, very inspiring information. We certainly appreciate it, and leave us your social because we're going to put that back out there again and get that information out for those who need to go back to school, who want to get that high school diploma. It can happen. It can happen for you, and all you got to do is say, "Yeah, I'm going to do it." You know, and if you got some folks with you that need to do it, grab them and let's go do this.
She said you could bring fam.
Yep, let's do it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I got a cousin I can bring.
Yeah, there you go. I got a few cousins I can bring while you're playing. All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back with more of the Morning Grind on 88.7 FM Ks. Yes, sir. Oh, that's that joint right there, man.
That felt good.
Yeah, that's that joint right there.
But I'm a big Tony fan.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Raphael Sadiq.
Raphael Sadiq did what was needed to be done on that song.
Yes, sir.
Q-Tip did what was needed on that song. Whoever did the sample, was it Q-Tip that was involved with that too? I wonder because
I believe he's 58 years old because I think I just looked it up because he performed at the NBA All-Star game.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I was explaining because it was in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. And he's from NorCal. Mm-hmm. He's from up that way. I did not know that. He's Oakland.
Who is?
Oakland, baby.
Yeah,
Raphael
Oakland,
Sadiq.
Oh man, I thought you said Q-Tip. Well, I'm like, wait, he's from California.
So
okay.
I did
Raphael
because
Sadiq
I was
makes
bragging to my wife. I was like, man, he got to be 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I
Close
looked
to
it up. I think he's like 58. So
Right.
so yeah, and
They're still going.
they got game.
Still going.
Yes, too. Yeah, because Tribe was running around in 91,
Yeah.
early 91. So,
Yep.
they probably in that close to that
They're all
area.
contemporary.
Yeah. So here's what's interesting while we're on the subject of rap artists,
Please.
rappers, and exactly those rappers, and also on the subject of going back to school. Guess who went back to school for their college degree?
Lil went. No, he was in college.
Yeah.
College degree recently,
Yes, sir.
and they graduated already? Or are they in
Recently
school?
graduated.
They graduated too.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago. Recently, well, that's recent, I guess.
I'm not gonna say Jay-Z. That's too easy. Kendrick Lamar,
Slick Rick.
Slick Rick. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
well, that's two
Snoop
different
Dogg.
coasts.
Snoop Dogg,
A gentleman by the name of Trevor Smith.
get out.
Never heard of
That's a bus went to school. Yes, sir, he did.
Oh wow.
Wow, where'd he go?
He got a degree from a college called Harvest Christian University based out of Dallas.
Okay.
It's a private indigenous university, and it's a religious nonprofit institution. And Bus got his college degree from
man.
Harvard
First
Christian.
of all,
yeah,
yeah.
man. Yeah, that's big. That's a big
That's
deal. bro.
fire.
Isn't that something?
That would be a while. I would imagine he did online, but I'd imagine him showing up to the commencement would be crazy.
What did Teresa Rappaport just say? It's never too late.
It's never too late. Yeah.
I mean, there's goals to be achieved in life.
Yes, sir.
and I'm glad that a lot of these top performers, entertainers, they've made commitments to their families, to grandma, to their ma who raised them. But then your life changes when you get on.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's easy to just say, "Nah, I'm good."
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But they actually are still seeking achievements. And I appreciate that.
It's one of those things too, man. And I mean, there's so much in life that we feel like we have to do right then and there. But guess what? Sometimes life says, hey, man, we got to put that on hold. We got to put that on pause for a second. And it's not a no, it's just a not now. And when it comes to education, the educational pursuit, I think that's something that even after you've graduated, you can still go back and you can fine tune, you can change up, or you can all of a sudden say, I want to pivot at 50, I want to pivot at 60, and I want to go and learn how to do whatever. And so it's a beautiful thing to see people still furthering and continuing their educations. I love the story when the athletes go back after they've already left and they come back and they get their walk and they get their commencement and all that.
Yep.
I think that's really neat. So Busta Rhymes has a degree. That's what's
That's
up.
a bus, man.
Good for him. Trevor Smith.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Bus like performing at his commencement?
He had to, right? Like, that should be like against the law. If you're a musician, you have to perform at your school.
Man, can you be like, like a Dungeon Dragon? Yeah,
straight up.
And you got to perform for free.
I agree.
Oh, okay, I didn't know y'all was going to agree
No,
with that. I thought I was
agree.
going to get some cricket.
That's law.
Yeah, no.
You shouldn't charge us. Matter of fact, you know what you should do? You should do a student event. There should be a student. Matter of fact,
That part.
You know what? We won't charge you that much if you perform at our. I don't know if they have like an opening, like, hey, come to our school rally or something like that.
Right.
Man, that's cool though. I think that's really dope.
I got a quick question to ask you guys on a separate topic. I want to dive into a little relationship thing.
Go for it.
Would you guys take a girl on
No.
a date?
I'm the worst.
You would never take a girl on a date?
No, it's too expensive.
Okay.
It's dangerous. Measles outbreak.
Would you take a
that
girl
part.
on a date, a roller skating date, even though you can't roller skate? And now she might be skating around with a couple other dudes who can get their groove on those skates. While you on the sideline.
No.
But you,
Nah.
but she wanted to go on the roller skating date.
Oh.
That's your fault for
If
not
she
being
wanted
able to
to
do
go-
it. Yeah.
If she wanted to go, I would somehow make it work. But if it's my choice, I think that's dumb to pick something that you can't do.
Agreed.
Now, if they
I
pick
like that.
something you can't do, but you're trying to come across the board, like, sometimes you're 50, sometimes you're 60, they're 40, whatever. If it's that case and you're trying to meet them where they're at, then that's fine. But also, you do have to take it on the chin. Homie, I went to one of those country western dance bar thingies, whatever it was.
Yeah.
And a home dude was twirling my girl all around the thing. I didn't even know what was going on, man. I want to fight a 60-year-old man. I want to fight a 7-year-old man. I want to fight a 918,000-year-old man. Because he twisted that woman around. I didn't know how to do that because I don't have boots.
The only reason I ask is because there are times where it's okay to take a back seat.
Okay.
If you're not in your element. So,
Straight up.
case in point, there was this beautiful caramel complexion Mexicana that I was peeping,
Yeah.
and she did salsa night, but I can't dance.
can't
At that time, I would look like Frankenstein.
Changed, though. He's
But
better.
I was holding up that wall, and she did ask me to come out. I saw her doing her thing, but she asked me to come out, and I was like, "No, you don't want." She's like, "Just come try. I can teach you." Well, she couldn't teach me, and after about one song, 5 minutes of desperation, I realized I'm gonna go back over there and hold up that wall. You keep doing what you're doing because these dudes is lining up.
Right.
And I had a great relationship with that young lady after that, and it's nothing. It's just dance. It's a social endeavor. So that's why I was just wondering where y'all were at, because I would be okay if I'm not in my element, because it's just social.
Gotcha.
But if y'all ain't with it, y'all ain't with it. But I was just curious.
Well,
Y'all would be with it.
I would say, like, as far as the roller skating thing, nah, I definitely wouldn't do it. I used to do that. I ain't doing that. I don't think my ankles is going to do that anymore. I think I'm with Courtney on that one, because at some point you need to, you can either go out and try something new and agree that you're going to do that, or you can be like, when you're talking about social dancing, where people go out to dance, because that's really all that is. You know, very rarely you're going to find somebody who's, had a little bit too much of the tequila or the Jack and want to start, acting stupid.
Yeah.
But at some point, when you go out to social dance, you have to expect that that's going to happen. I've been out to the Oasis restaurant a few times, and there's this one cat. I forgot his name. It's a restaurant
He'll
owner.
twirl your girl.
Man, every woman in there wanted to dance with this dude.
They line up, right?
They was lining.
for
he
those who
was
don't know,
smooth,
that
man.
happens.
Sorry, he was disrespectful though. Like, he looked at me and dipped in front of me, dog.
Okay.
Like,
Yes, he did.
What am I supposed to do? Like, I was like, did he challenge me?
You had to take
No.
I was trying
he
to find
didn't.
an old white woman to grab her and
Like
dip her in
like
front
a
of him.
breakdance
He's
challenge.
doing you a
It felt
favor.
like that, but he was looking at me though, dog. Don't eye
Nah, he's
contact
doing you a
me.
favor. He's giving
Don't
your lady
eye
what
con-
she wants.
Don't eye contact me while you dipping my girl, fam.
So there was a point.
I was about to crash out.
I
that
remember
part.
I was at a salsa event in Reno,
Okay.
and I remember there was this young lady. I've seen her dance back in LA, but she was at that event with me. She had her husband with her.
Okay.
He stands off to the side
He true.
because he's not a dancer.
true.
Dudes line up in the salsa environment, those bachata and Latin dance.
Yeah.
People will line up to dance with a person when they're that good.
That's wild.
And dudes would line up to dance with. I remember when I finally got the chance to dance with his lady, he didn't He didn't have no drama, nothing. He was just standing right there. And I remember I talked with him afterwards because I was curious. And he's like, nah, bro, look, I'm good. Look, I came here with her. I leave here with her. That's what she do. I'd be stupid if I tried to keep it from her because I met her. That's what she was doing when I met her. And I'm not trying to take that from her. I'm here, ain't I? Right. If a dude want to act, I'm right here. I got her back. Right. And so that changed it all for me. Would that change it for you?
And Courtney says,
I'm not built like that, man.
Okay, all right.
Look, this is who I am right now. Maybe in a few more ice cream seasons, I'll go different. But right now, man, fam, no, like, nah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
bro.
it's the social dancing. You really have to, at some point, have to understand what it's about and be very confident in it because it's not. It's when you go there, like if you go there for the first time, especially if you take a female with you who wants to and she wants to dance, then she can, like you'll see people, people that have been married for years and are happily married and in love, they'll dance with other people, and it's mainly just a dance thing. It's not
they
like
ain't
no, they ain't trying to get at you.
Don't you choose, man? I drove you
exactly.
I got 2 left feet.
How come you left me?
You left me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, now it's a totally different thing. Now, of course, that doesn't mean people don't plot and plan.
Yeah, they do.
But
that's
at some
what I'm
point,
scared of.
yeah, exactly. But at some point, that's not the premise of it. The premise is just to dance because that's why they call it socials because you are being social. You're being you're meeting other people. You're dancing with other people, and that's really really what it's about.
Do they be choosing up in Zumba class, man? Like they be like, hey, I'm finna stand next to you today, and they be dancing all next to the Zumba, next to the person and stuff, and they person got to look and watch them get Zumba on and all that.
Oh, sure,
man.
But I mean, I got
Zumba with my girl. We fighting, fam. I don't even care. I'm gonna turn this into a Taekwondo class. Tabo. Like, all right, I guess.
Go from Zumba to Bruce Lee in 5.2 seconds.
I'm telling you, it's gonna be Zumba to Roomba. You feel me? We're gonna be rumbling.
Nice.
I don't know. I got to get better at life. I just, I do, man, because I get what y'all are saying, but like, I feel like, because that dude straight up, he violated me. He took and was like looking at me like, you don't even know how to do this, young man.
Yeah, see.
And I was like, listen, you're going to look at me one more time, and I'm going to come on that floor, and I'm going to trip both of y'all.
Wow.
Put this size 14 in the middle of that floor and break that up.
Nice.
I got to learn how to dance is what y'all are saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple stuff, though.
I can dance. I just, all of that extra, twirling and all that.
But here's the thing. There may be somebody that will dance with you.
Right.
A honey that will dance with you and show you the basic steps.
The 1-2 steps.
Exactly.
1-2 steps.
Exactly. See, and that's kind of the trade.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, there's plenty of women out there who know how to dance because they go to socials all the time.
Yeah.
They'll take you and show you the basic steps and you'll be good.
I just don't want to go over there and be dancing with somebody and some dude's like, hey man, get away from my wife.
Right.
And I'm like, we just dancing.
Right. Well, if that's the case, then they don't need to be in there because that's not why you. That's at a salsa social. That's not why you go.
Okay, fair.
Right. Now, that's not to say folks don't get jealous and all of that.
Listen. That's on my list this year. My list of things to do this year is to obviously hit the class with you.
Yes, sir.
Hit one with Dap, and then also do the salsa stuff because I see them over at Halcyon. They be going crazy at Halcyon, man. I was like, I was impressed. I went in there to use the bathroom one day because me and my daughter were walking, and I was like, yo, this is fire. Mm-hmm. It was hot, too, like literally hot. Like, it was really hot.
Oh, it gets warm up in there.
Sweaty,
it gets warm up in there. The Oasis does that, too, like
really?
I think from May to September on a Sunday. You go out there, man. They
be going crazy.
Yeah, bro.
What they dance to? Like, what's the music they dance to?
There's a group. I think it's an Austin group called The Brew.
Okay.
Right, and they play out there. The Rodriguez brothers, them some bad boys, and they play out there. I think they're still out there, man. I haven't been out there in a while, and I haven't spoken to them in a minute. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they'll get you'll see all kinds of folks out there, and then of course you got the lake and looking over the lake and all of that, man. Yeah. So it's fire. But shout out to the lake. Shout out to the lake.
Shout out to the lake. Lakeside.
Exactly. I think. Yeah, pretty much. All right. Any last words, my brother? Before we get on out
I'm supposed to plug something. I can't remember.
You got a show coming up?
Always Friday over at Hideout Theater, 10 o'clock. Friday, 8 o'clock over at Cold Town Theater as well. along for the vibes. But no, man, we here, dude.
Nice.
That's pretty much it.
Nice. Okay. Oh yes, and I was riding around last weekend.
Yeah.
With All You Talk About.
Oh,
I was listening to your CD, man.
Thank
it is
you.
phenomenally funny, dude.
Thank you, man.
Phenomenally
that
funny.
means a lot, dude. Seriously, because you put
man.
work out and then people listen to what you did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed
You're
that
welcome.
one.
You're welcome.
Oh, I know who I want to shout out. I'm gonna shout out three schools, local Austin area. LBJ, although I'm a Reagan Raider, I still love anything sports Austin related. Shout out to LBJ Jaguars.
Jags,
Those guys just
83.
won.
Jags, 83.
I think they're on their way to third round or something like that. Shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Freddie Rowland, Coach Rowland. Be respectful. Also, I want to shout out to the San Marcos Rattlers, the Lady Rattlers. They lost, but that's the first they've won the playoffs since 1992.
Wow.
And then I'm also going to shout out the Stony Point Tigers. Those boys are still in it. They still going hard at it. And Lil D, Coach Antoine, all of them guys are doing a great thing out there. Y'all keep repping the Austin area, old East Austin to the fullest. Yeah, a big shout out to Stony Point, shout out to LBJ, and shout out to San Marcos. That's it for me.
Nice, yes.
High school hoops, man.
Once again, shout out to my Jags, LBJ,
Yeah,
1983.
third round, baby.
That's right.
Still winning.
Yes, sir. So we say rest in peace to an Austin original, Mr. Donnell Creech,